Yo, 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 good people. Welcome to the HerbMan Show.
Yo, good people. It's your homie HerbMan. And you back upside the head with another hot banger boogie. Hey, look, go tell somebody your homie HerbMan is on. And if you're new to this program, welcome. Go ahead and hit that logo right at the bottom of your screen. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you never miss what we are bringing to the world. All right, so I am your homie HerbMan. I am the resident herbalist slash holistic healer. All right, and so it is always free to like, share, and subscribe. It is your way of letting us know that you are appreciating what we are bringing to the world. All right, and so what I want to talk about today, man, is that we really have to know the secrets to health, and we really got to be watching out for these stressors. All these little small things add undue stress onto our bodies that we really need to learn the art of filtration, of filtering out what we see in a day, filtering out what we how we breathe and what we're breathing in a day, right? So you want to filter out these things. You say, well, how can you filter out the eyes? Well, you just want to be in positive environments. You want to be in places where you're able to see things that engage the spirit, that are in direct correlation with where you see yourself, where you want to go. You want to just try to put yourself in around supportive environments to who you are as an individual. Okay, that's pretty much what you want to try to do, you guys. All right. And so when you're doing that, you also got to look at some other filtration components like the ears. All right, they also are filtering out noise, right? So you want to hear positive things, and you want to always have these positive supportive things that are correlating with who you are and who you're trying to become as an individual. You want to make sure that you're hearing the things that support that transition. You want to make sure that you're breathing in pure air. You want to make sure that you're seeing positive reinforcements to the things that you see in life, the way you're trying to go, the goal that you've set for yourself. Those are just some of the external filtrations. But when we're talking about internal, then we're talking about, and then another element to your external filtration, I don't want to forget this, is your skin. All right. And so that's going to be your first protective barrier when things get past the eyes, the nose, and the ears. OK, then they can come into the skin as well. So we got to guard that, and we got to know exactly how to allow that skin to act as a filtration modality as well. And then when you're talking about internally now, you're going towards your lungs that also copulate with the nose and acts as a filtration system. We're talking about the liver, all right, that acts as a filtration system for your blood and all that type of stuff. We're talking about the kidneys that acts as a filtration system for all of your fluids and all that type of stuff. We're also talking about the spleen, the pancreas, the gallbladder. These are the supportive components to the liver, the kidneys, and all that type of stuff. The lungs as well. So when you're looking at that, then you're understanding that our ability to learn how to filtrate is the best way we can protect ourselves from things that are going on within us, whether it be disease-wise, whether it be a physical disease, a mental illness, whether it be a spiritual illness or an emotional illness. We have to look at our components that we have to the body. And this is why it's so important to know thyself. But here is the key thing. Nobody really knows which filtration system is not working properly, especially internally, right? We can all kind of decide that, maybe I do need to be in better environments so that personally I can see better things, and I can be able to see things that will support the goals that I have in hand, i.e. community, neighborhood, just your environment. And in that environment, we also need to watch what we're hearing. In that environment, we also need to watch how we're breathing in and what we're breathing in, making sure that while we're in these environments that are basically stressful, that we're still able to calm ourselves, really able to handle that stressful situation through deep breathing techniques. Okay, so that's why pure air is better. So I know people are telling you to breathe through your mouth, but breathe through your nose. That's where you get the purest of the air. Okay, now when we're talking about the internal parts, right, then we got to understand that your skin, that still applies to external. You got to sweat. Sweating will filter out toxins that may or may not be coming through your skin. For us, we use a lot of soaps, we use a lot of detergents, we use a lot of these chemicals that, a lot of these products that have chemicals in them, parabens in them, all this type of stuff that causes disease, have aluminum in them. We're using a lot of shampoos, just a lot of cosmetics that have a lot of chemicals in them. And so you're clogging up the pores in the skin with a lot of these chemicals. Well, you need to filter that. So how can good stuff come in and out of a clogged pore? It can't. So sweating then releases all of the stuff that's inside the body, right? And so now you're allowing good stuff to come in because you basically unclogged it through the sweating. All right. Now you're allowing things to come through the skin in the natural way. But if you go back to chemicals, you're only going to do yourself that harm. So we have to learn how to sweat to help that skin out, okay? And that way you can release a lot of this stuff that are being built up on the inside of our bodies, and you don't have to worry about pimples and blackheads and dandruff and all that type of stuff seeping through the skin to try to find a way out. Next, we're talking about the internal things. The liver, the gallbladder, those two together really work as a tandem. The kidneys and the spleen and the pancreas and stuff like that. Those three together really work as a triplet. And then you're talking about the lungs. The lungs is really conducive to the blood, okay? Then you're talking about the lymph, right? Which is the lymph fluid, the interstitial fluid, all of that fluid that is around your spinal fluid and around your cells. And also this is your waste fluids as well, so that all the stuff that you eat get caught up in this particular trash can over here, which is the lymph system, and you should be able to waste that out of your body. But if your kidneys are not filtrating, it's going to be very hard to allow lymph to be also cleansed as well. Okay, so how do the person know which one of these filtration systems are not working properly? How do we know? Because 9 times out of 10, from my experience, from my clinical studies, one of these things that are dysfunctional, or maybe all of them, is the root causation of your issue. It's the root cause of your issue. If you go back and look at medical science and really look at it, the kidneys fail almost before anything else happens to a person, right? As far as the real chronic, the real bad diseases, 9 times out of 10, your kidneys are going to get hit first. Why? Because they are the filter. They are the filter. And when they can't get that sticky, gunky, gluey stuff that we've been putting in our bodies that create that atmosphere, then it gets stuck in the body. It gets stuck in the lymph system. It gets stuck in the spleen, which is your blood bank. And then it starts seeping off into the blood. And when it gets into the blood, you got a real problem on your hand. You got a real problem on your hand now, right? And so we want to keep it from ever doing those things. That's why my videos are very critical to the youth, and anybody can use this stuff no matter what stage or age you're at. But the youth is very important, because if the sooner they realize how to circumvent diseases, the longer we're going to be able to live. And also the more they can advance the knowledge, the more that they can advance the system itself. So the 4-element healing system is the only way you will know root causation. The only way you'll know which one of these filters is not working. The only way you're going to know which one you need to detox or which one you need to tone up is through the 4-element healing system. The only way you're going to know the root cause of you guys listening is through understanding your body from a holistic standpoint. But also from a holistic standpoint, meaning everything. From the universe all the way down to you. It all has to be inclusive. It all has to be tabulated. It all needs to be calculated. It all needs to be formulated. And then you come out with the answer. And the only way you do that calculation, do that formulation, do that equation, the only way you can put all of that formulation together is you got to know how. And the 4-element healing system does that. It does that. And if you don't use it for anything else, just use it to know what may be the root causation of why you would ever even think about getting ill. or why you're ill now. This is the real knowledge. This is the real thing that people need to understand. Okay? And I can't, walk y'all through everything that happens in the 4-element healing system for you guys to understand it. Just take my word for it. It works. And I don't need to know anything about what the doctors told you have. If you follow the regimen and you follow the program, you will see your circumstances get better. Okay? Period. So all we're trying to attack is those 4 or 5 filtration systems, and we're trying to make sure that they either detoxed or that they need to be tonified and strengthened so that they can work properly, you guys. So I didn't want to make this video long. I definitely wanted to make it strong, and I wanted to let you guys know that there is always a ram in the bush for you. And if you're on your last leg, if you don't have any more hope, if you're in hospice, if they told you holler at your boy. Until next time, love HerbMan.
Yo, 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 good people. Welcome to the HerbMan Show.